Currently, there are two major companies in China's streaming media industry. One is Tencent Video, which is established and subsidized by Chinese technology company Tencent Group. The other one is called iQiyi Video and managed by Baidu. According to the 2020 financial report, iQiyi's total revenue was $4.5 billion, but still, their net loss in 2020 was $1 billion. As to Tencent Videos, according to its 2019 financial report, their net loss is almost $400 million. Compared with Netflix, Disney+, Hulu, and HBO, who are profiting more and more each year, it is quite funny to say that even though China has the largest population, its streaming service companies are still calculating how much money they have lost in the past year. In today's video, we are going to analyze and understand why China, a country populated at 1.4 billion, is failing to make money with streaming services. Netflix and Disney+, how do they make money? The first method is to create original and exclusive content. Another method is to purchase the copyrights of popular and trendy movies and TV shows through the distribution channels, which of course will attract customers to pay for their subscriptions. As of July 2020, Netflix subscription revenue in the international market has reached almost $25 billion. And the global user volume has reached 192 million. Disney Plus Q1 financial report in 2021 shows that since the platform was launched 14 months ago, platform subscription has exceeded 94 million and a total annual revenue of nearly $4.6 billion. After Disney Plus released WandaVision, their subscription and revenue have increased even more. Tencent Video and iQiyi Video took on a different path. Since Chinese users are very reluctant to the idea that they have to pay for watching, a lot of streaming services has to keep their content free to keep the users. As a result, China's streaming platforms are heavily relying on advertising sponsorship, leaving subscription service only a less part in the gross revenue. As of the third quarter of 2020, the total number of Tencent Video subscription members reached 120 million. As of the end of the first quarter, the number of iQiyi's members reached 102 million, which still is not comparable to Netflix and Disney Plus at all. To put it bluntly, Western streaming media relies on selling content to achieve revenue balance and profitability, while Chinese streaming media relies on advertising. In order to obtain more advertising revenue, China's streaming service platform set the eye on the popular idol economy. The concept of idol can be traced back to Japan. In 1971, the show named Star Tongjo was regarded as the first television talent show in Japan. Inspired by this show, in 1975, Johnny Kitagawa founded the very famous Japanese entertainment company, Johnny and Associates. The company mainly focused on male artists and male idol groups. After years of development, Johnny has formed a pyramid-shaped business model which consistently brings money to the company from hardcore fans' wallet. Take one of their boy group, Arashi, as example. In 2020, the volume of their fan club members has exceeded 2.9 million. Given that the annual membership fee is only $36, let's do a little math. We can see that this single idol group alone can bring Johnny and Associates $110 million every year. China's idol market is not as mature as the Japanese market. Yet everything changed in 2016. With the deployment of THAAD in South Korea, China put an entertainment ban on South Korea. The action of shutting Korean idols out of Chinese market turned out to be an opportunity for China's idol market. In 2018, iQiyi launched Idol Producer, a male group competition show, and Tencent Video launched Producer 101, a girl group reality show. These two shows received great likings among Chinese audiences. And the candidates were evaluated by audience votes. Audience can vote through iQiyi's official poll, but people can only make limited votes per day. Therefore, there is another way to get more votes, which is to buy non-full spring vitamin water, which turned out to be the sponsor of the show. All of a sudden, fans of the show flooded in AliExpress. The vitamin water, which can give more votes, sold out in seconds. Non-full spring's online sales skyrocketed. There were 67,000 transactions of vitamin water, which were almost 100,000 boxes of water, and it was at least $1.5 million in sales. In the meantime, fans of Produce 101 started public fundraising for their favorite idols. Fans of top 2 idol alone raised more than $3 million. This was when everyone came into realization that there are so many potentials in Chinese idol market. But why do iQiyi and Tencent still lose money every year? There is one single answer. There are just too much money to be spent on cultivating idols. There are mainly 3 areas that requires money: training fee before the show, debut fee after winning the show, and the marketing costs throughout the entire process. The training process is really pricey. The expenses include but are not limited to talent training fees, daily basic expenses, content production fees, and so on. Not to mention that all these candidates require dance classes, which can cost $76 per hour. Also, singing classes fees can go up to $106 an hour. And there is also physique classes, which cost $45 an hour. Adding all these numbers, every year it will cost $150,000 just to train one future idol. And of course, this platform have to pay those candidates' salaries, which is about $20,000 per person per year. In addition, to increase the exposure and the reputation of candidates before debut, the platform will continuously shoot photos and short videos of them for the marketing purposes. Another thing is that generally, this platform don't just bet on one candidate, so they would invest in a group of 10 candidates all at once. When the candidates finish their training and are ready to attend the reality show, it is time for these platforms to start the next stage of investment. The most important thing for idol is the performance design. Essentially, to prepare and design the performance, these companies need to find a choreographic tutor and arrange songs. It also costs a lot to buy the copyright of the songs, as well as the costumes of the candidates for their initial performance. And there is also marketing and promotion expenses as well. To be specific, most candidates who are participating in the show will have to prepare 2 songs. The copyright fee for an unpopular song is $12,400 and $45,800 for one popular song. Let's say there are 5 candidates participating in the show, performing both popular and unpopular songs on the stage. The copyright would cost about $58,000 in total. Now that they have the copyrights of the songs, next up is to do the choreography, which will cost about $15,300 in total. In addition, candidates have to prepare at least 2 sets of styling on their first performance. The cost of makeup and styling for each person is at least $1,000. For the group of 5 candidates, the cost of the first performance is about $76,700. When the show goes on air, the platform needs to start the 3rd round of investment immediately. That is to increase the exposure. Many candidates are previous amateurs with no exposure, so the platform must pay for the headlines on social media for these candidates so that more people can get to know them. According to an external quotation from a marketing company, each headline is priced at $3,000. Besides buying headlines, it is necessary to find some influencers to advertise the future idols, like post some articles, then hashtag the name of the candidates. The average price for getting 20 influencers to advertise is around $1,000. Adding all this up, we have a result of $75,000 in overall marketing costs. After they successfully created an idol group, it's not the time to take a rest yet. The platform needs to operate on the new idol group, new songs, new stage, new variety shows, and also new advertising endorsements. All of this means more costs to the platforms. Some representatives say they need to invest at least $6 million to $7 million in making one idol group. Well, that saying is not exaggerated at all. So after this platform investing a huge amount of money in training and promoting candidates and their own programs, do they make money from it all? Well, I'm not sure about these streaming companies, but it seems like Alibaba, known for spring water, and marketing companies are the ones who have profited from this idol market. Even though idol can bring a lot of profits to the streaming platforms, the skins still cannot fill the big hole of their operations. China's streaming industry is relatively young compared to the West. There are not much high-quality original content in China's streaming market. Subscription and advertising alone cannot achieve a balance of payments for the platforms. Thanks for watching the video. This is Vision Plus. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you like our content. Feel free to leave a comment. We will see you soon.